Good morning, dear children. How are you? Are you fine? Okay, let's start our class. I welcome you all to join our online class. Today, we are going to learn our third part. Okay, we are starting our third part. What's our chapter name? Do you remember? Do you know what's our chapter name? There is a neat big clock. There's a neat big clock. That's our lesson name. There is a neat big clock. Can you see the clock here? Can you see the clock? Yes, this is the clock. We are talking about a clock, a neat big clock. We are talking about a neat big clock. Okay, I read it. There's a neat big clock. In the schoolroom, it stands. There's a neat big clock. In the schoolroom, it stands. And it points to the time with its two little hands. And it points to the time with its two little hands. There's a neat big clock. In the schoolroom, it stands. And it points to the time with its two little hands. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright, with hands ever ready to do what is right. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright, with hands ever ready to do what is right. Ever ready to do what is right. Okay, here the poet is speaking about a clock, about a big clock. Okay, here the poet is speaking about a big clock, Okay. There is a neat big clock. There is a neat big clock. In the schoolroom, it stands. In our schoolroom, there is a neat big clock. This is the clock. Okay. In our schoolroom, there is a neat big clock. In our schoolroom, there is a neat big clock. Okay. In our schoolroom, there is a neat big clock. And it points to the time with its two little hands. There is a neat big clock. Can you see the clock? And on the clock, you can see hands. You can see hands on the clock. You can see hands on the clock. What are the hands doing? Yes, there are two. And it points to the time with its two little hands. The clock has two little hands. The clock has two little hands. And using that small little hands, the clock is pointing to the time. The clock is pointing to the time. Okay, this is the clock. And okay, like this, the clock has two hands. Okay, if this is the clock has two little hands. This is the two little hand. This is the two little hand. And what the little two hands doing? Yes, the little two hand shows the time. On the clock, the little two hand show the time. Shows the time. If you have a watch, if you have a clock in your home, yes, I know you all have a clock or watch in your home. And what's the use of our clock or watch? Yes, to know the time. We use the clock or watch to know the time. For that, we are using a clock or a watch. And on the clock or a watch, who show the time? Yes, the two little hands of the clock or two little hands of the watch show us what is the time. What is the time now? Okay, that in a clock, the two little hands show what is the time. Okay, do you understand? Okay, good. There is a neat big clock in the schoolroom. It stands. There is a neat big clock in the schoolroom. There is a neat big clock is standing in the schoolroom. And you identify, yes, the clock is so big and it is so nice. It is so neat. With its two hands, it points to the time with its two little hands. The watch or the clock show time. How it is show time? Yes, it shows time using his two little hands. Using its two little hands. The clock shows the time using its two little hands. Using its two little hands. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright. Clean and bright. And may we, like the clock, we also like the clock. We are also like the clock. Keep a face clean and bright. And we also like the clock. We also do the same thing as the clock. What we want to do? Yes, we also keep our face clean and bright. As like the clock. The clock is very neat. The clock is very neat. Like that, we also keep our face clean and neat. We also keep our face neat and clean. Okay, you got the idea? First, the poet is talk about the clock. The poet is talk about the clock. The clock, there is a clock in the schoolroom. There is a clock in the schoolroom and the clock shows time using its two hands. There is a neat big clock and the clock is very big and it is so neat. Neat big clock. The clock is neat. Neat and it is big so. Okay, it is big also. The clock is neat and big. Like that, like the clock, like that, we also keep our face neat and clean. We also keep our face neat and clean. Do you keep your face clean and neat? Yes. After you eating something, what you do? When you eat chocolates, what you do? Yes, you make funny. You make funny. When you have your chocolates, okay, you may, your face may show the signs of that. Your face may show the signs of that. You can, what happened? Yes, everywhere. Chocolate is everywhere in your face and hands, isn't it? Yes, and after having anything, you may, not only your mouth, your face also may sign it, isn't it? Yeah. After that, what you do? Yes, you clean. You clean your hands and face using a soap, isn't it? Yes, hand wash or soap. You using a hand wash or soap, you may clean it. You may clean after your hands and face after and before you eat, isn't it? Don't you do like that? Why you are so gloomy? Why you are sitting like a keeping mum? Why you keep mum? Don't you do like that? Yes, due to corona, we are always clean our hands and face, isn't it? Yes, we are always cleaning our hands using a hand wash, isn't it? Yes, like that, we always clean our face after and before our foot. Thus a neat big clock in the schoolroom, it stands and it points to the time with its two little hands. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright with hands ever ready to do what is right. Ever ready to do what is right. Okay, we also do what the clock is doing. Clock is using its two hands, it shows the time. Using its two hands, the clock shows the time. Like that, we also do a very good thing. We also do a very good thing or right thing using our hand. We also do a very good thing or right thing using our hand. That is the author is speaking here. The poet is speaking here. Okay, he First he talk about a clock and what are the things the clock is doing. And the second stanza, the author tell to us about what we are doing like the clock. What is our duty? What is our duty? Okay, we must keep clean and neat our face, and we can, or we have also two hands. Don't you have two hands? Show me your hands. Yes, very good. You also have two hands. You must do right things. You must do good things. You must do right things or good things using your hand. You can help others. Isn't it? Yes, we can help others using our hand. We can do good things. We can good deeds using our hands. Do you do? Yes, very good. You are very good students. So, I know you all doing good things using your hands. Sit. Yes, okay. That is our poem. The poem is over. Do you like the poem? Yes, very good. Okay, take page number 4. There are some exercises for us. Okay, the poet is talking about a clock. Is it true or false? Yes, the poet is talking about a clock. The poet is first stanza, he is talking about a clock. So, it is true. You can put a T. You can mark T for true. Second one, the clock is in the school. The clock is in the school. Is the clock is in the school? Say yes or no? Yes, the clock is in the school. So, we can put true. And the third one, the clock tells us the time. The clock tells us the time. Yes, we are using a clock or watch to know the time. We are using a clock or watch to know the time. So, it is also true. And the fourth one, the clock has 4 hands. The clock has 4 hands. You know, look at this clock. It has 4 hands. Is it has 4 hands? No, there is no 4 hand. Look in your watch. It has 4 hands? No, it is not 4 hands. How many hands? 2 or 3? Not 4. So, it is false. We know it's false. Okay. And the next one, the fifth one, we should be ready to do the right thing at all time. We should be ready to do the right thing at all times. Yes, the poet tells us we should be ready to do all the good things, all the right things on every time. Is it? Yes, so it is also true. Okay, write down it in your textbook. Okay, page number 4. Exercise number A. Okay, page number 4, exercise number A. You do it. Okay. Next one. Okay. What does the clock show? What does the clock show? What does the clock show? Yes, the clock shows the time. 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 What does the clock show? The clock shows the time. The clock shows the time. Next one. With what does the clock point? With what does? That means what with what does the clock point? What, using what the clock is pointing? Using what the clock is pointing. That is the meaning of that. What, with what, with what. May I erase this? Do you finish the first one? May I erase this? Okay. Thank you. With what? With what does? With what does the clock? With what does the clock point? With what does the clock point? With what does the clock point? The clock point. With what does the clock point? The clock point using, yes, its hand. The clock point using its hand. The clock point with its hand, with its hands. What does, with what does the clock point? The clock point, the clock points with its hand. The clock point with its hands. Okay, write it in your notebook. Okay, do you finish? May I erase this? How does the face of the clock look? How does the face of the clock look? How does the face of the clock, how does the face of the clock look? How does the face of the clock look? Yes, the face of the clock look very neat, is it? Yes, a neat. Answer, the face of the clock looks neat. The face of the clock looks neat. The face of the clock looks neat. Okay, we finish it. Okay, we can write the next one, fourth one. What do the hands of the clock do? What do the hands of the clock do? What do the hands of the clock do? What do? Yes. What do the hands of the clock do? What it do? Yes, the hands of the clock. The hands of the clock. What do? Yes, shows. What do it? Shows the time. The hands of the clock show the time. The hands of the clock shows time. Shows time. The hands of the clock shows time. The hands of the clock shows time. Yes, it using its hand. It shows. It pointing the time. It shows the time. The hands of the clock shows the time. Shows time. Okay. Okay. May I erase this? Okay. Change these today words into yesterday words. Today word. Here they gave some certain today words. We want to make it yesterday words. Okay. Today words and yesterday words. Today words and yesterday words. I write here the today words. Open, play, wash, pack. Okay. Here I write some today words. Today means it is the first form of the verb. First form of the verb. Do you know what is verb? Okay. Later we learn what is verb and what is V1 and V2 form. Okay. You just hear what I am speaking. Okay. What I am saying. In this column I read today words and here I am going to write yesterday word. Here I wrote some today words and the next column I am going to write some yesterday words. Open. Open is a today word. It is the first form of the verb. Open is the first form of the verb that we can call it as V1 and here the words we can call as V2 and V1. Okay, it is the first form of the verb and when it go to the yesterday word, it will become V2 form, second form of the verb. We can make a V1 word to V2 or we can make a today words to yesterday word by adding ed. Okay, we can make a today word to yesterday. We can change a today word to yesterday word by adding ed to the word. Ed to the word. Here the word is open. It's a today word. We want to change it to the yesterday word. So we add ed. So we add the letter ed. We can read this punch. How can we read? Open, punch. Open, punch. Okay, you got the idea. Here the word open is a today word and we want to make it as yesterday word. We want to make it as yesterday. That means it had happened. It had happened already. Okay. Okay. This is today word open and I want to change it as yesterday word. So I add the letter ed to open. I add the letter ed and open, punch. Open change to punch. Okay. Next one, play. Play, I want to change it to its yesterday word. Open is a today word and I want to change it to yesterday word. So, I write here play. I write here play. I want to make it yesterday word. Play is a today word. So, I add ed. Now, it is yesterday word. Play, played. Play, played. Open, opened. Play, played. Okay. The next one, wash. Wash is a today word. Wash is a today word. And I want to make it to V2. That is yesterday word. I want to make it to yesterday word. So, I add ed. Wash, washed. Wash, washed. And the next one, pack. Next one, pack. Pack is a today word. Pack is a today word. So, I want to make it to yesterday word. So, I adding ed. Pack, patch. Okay. Also write this too in your textbook. Okay. Write this in your textbook. Okay. Cook, sail. sail. Cook. Cook mean it is a today word. Cook is a today word and I want to make it yesterday word. So, I add the letter ed. Cook, cooked, cook, cooked. Cook changed to cooked. Cook changed to cooked. And last one, sail. Sail, sailed. Sail, sailed. Got it. Cook, cooked, sail, sailed. Is it easy? Yes, it is very easy. We can make a today word to yesterday word by adding only ed. Okay. And the next one. Name this picture, add them to the word and make new word. Add them to the word and make new word. Time plus table. See, can you see the picture? Time plus table equal to? Yes, very good. How can we read it together? Yes, timetable. We can read it together as timetable. Time plus table. You can see the picture of a table. Can you see the picture of the table? Yes, time plus table, timetable. We can read it together as timetable. And school plus bag. School plus bag. School plus bag. How can we read school plus bag? School bag. School plus bag we can read as school bag. Okay, you got it? Okay. And foot plus ball. Foot plus ball. We can read as football. We can read as football. And black plus bird. Black plus bird. How can we read? Yes, blackbird. We can read it as blackbird. Okay. Together, how can we read it as together? Okay. How can we read it as together? That is the exercise. You write there. Next one, listen and speak. Okay. You take page number 27 before that. Okay. Here we already learned how can we change a today word to yesterday word. Today word to yesterday word. And I told you today word mean it is the first form of the verb and yesterday word mean it is the second form of the verb. That mean, do you know what is a verb? Do you know what is verb? Do you remember what is verb? Verb mean a doing word or an action word. Verb mean a doing word or an action word. Okay, verb mean a doing word or an action word. Verb mean a doing word or an action word. Here, verb mean doing word or an action word. An action word we can call as verb. An action word we can call as verb. Can you say an example for a verb? Can you say an example? Yes, play, cook, read, write, then speak, write. Okay, these all are action word. These all are action word or verb. These all are action word and this we can call as verb. We can label as verb. Okay, all action word or doing word we can call as verb. All action words or doing word we can call as verb. So I write here so many action word. Play, cook, read, write, speak. Oh, I wrote it once again. Okay, these all are action words. Speak, talk, jump, play, run, sing, These all are action word. A word that shows an action or doing thing that we can call as verb. I write this. Okay. Action words are called verb. Some words like is, am, are, was and were are also verb. We use the verb am with I and is with the pronoun he, she and it. He, she and it. We use the verb are with the pronoun you, we and they. Was is used with the pronoun I, he, she and it. We were is used with the pronoun you, we, they and singular pronoun you. Okay, here is, are, am. I, is, are, am, we and is, are, am, we, were, was, were, sorry, is not a action word, it is a noun. Okay, is, are, am, was, were, I, she, it, I, is, she, it. We use verb as, sorry, I'll show you what is a verb. Okay, first we talk about is, are, am. First we talk about is, are, am. We normally use is, are, am as a verb. We normally use is, are, am as a verb. Some words like is, am, are, was and were are also verb. We use the verb are with the pronoun you, we and they. The pronoun are. The verb, we use the verb are. Are is a verb. Okay. Are is the verb here. Are is the verb here and we use are as a verb. We use are as a verb. Which pronoun come before are? Okay. Which pronoun we use before are? We can use are, the verb are, with the pronoun you, we, they. You, we, they. Okay. You are, we are, they are. Okay. You are, we are. We are, they are, isn't it? Yes, verb. Are is a verb. Are is also we use as a verb. Are is also we used as a verb. Are is also a verb and with the verb are, we use the pronoun you, we, they. We can use the pronoun you, we, they with the verb are. We normally say you are, we are, they are. Isn't it? We are students. We are students. We are very good students. You are very good students. We are teachers. Okay, like that. We use are as a verb. We use are as a verb. What is a verb? Yes, verb is a action word. Verb is a action word or doing word. Was is used with the pronoun I, he, she and it. I. Okay. Was is used with the, first we talk about are and here we are talking about was. Was we used with the was. The verb was used with the pronoun I, he, she, it. Okay. Was the verb, which is the verb here. Was is the verb here. Was is the verb here. Was is the verb here. We can put V for verb. Okay. Was is the verb here, and I, he, she, it. Okay. We use the verb was with the pronoun I, he, she, it. I was, he was. We normally say he was, she was, it was. It was a murder. Do you hear that word? Yes, I was a teacher. I was a teacher, it's not correct. I am a teacher now, okay. If I were retired, I can say, I was a teacher, I was a student. I was a student. You can say, I was a student. I can say, you can't say, because you are a student. Now also you are studying. Now also you are a student. I was a student. Okay. He was a bird boy. He was a bird boy that days. You can say like that. He was. Was mean that in here we can use was as a verb also. We can use was as a verb. We can use was as a verb with the pronoun I, he, she and it. With the pronoun I, she, he and it. Okay. Next one. Were, the pronoun verb. Were as a verb. We can use the verb were with the pronoun you, we, they. You, we, they. Okay. You, we, they. You were. You were. We were. They were. Okay. You were, we were, they were. You were, we were, they were. Okay. We can use were as a noun, were as a verb. We can use were as a verb with the pronoun you, we, they. With the pronoun you, we and they. Okay. You got it? Okay. Very good. Okay. Here you have a problem to do. Complete the sentence with is, am or are. Is, am or are. Okay. I dash eating a piece of cake. I dash eating a piece of cake. I dash eating a piece of cake. I is the pronoun here. Which verb we use here? Which verb we use here? Complete the sentence with is, am or are. We can complete the sentence is, am, are. Is, am, are. We can use is, am, are here. Okay. I. You know, normally we are using am with I. We normally use I am, If you use I were, no, we can use I was. It is a yesterday word, we can use I was. Here we use eating, so we use I am. I am eating a piece of cake. I am eating a piece of cake. I am eating a piece of cake. Sheila is dash not singing now. Sheila dash not singing now. Dash not singing now. Sheila is not singing now. Sheila is not singing now. Sheila is not singing now. Those roses dash growing well. Those roses dash growing well. Those roses yes, are growing well. He dash living. He dash living. He is living. He is living. They dash going on a picnic. They dash going on a picnic. What? Yes, they were going on a picnic. They were going on a picnic. These roses dash growing. These roses are growing well. These roses are growing well. Why we use are here? Yes, here these roses. Roses means not only one rose, many roses. So we use are here. These roses. Okay. If it is only one rose, what we use? Yes, we can use is. This rose is. This rose is. Okay. If there is only one rose, we can use is. And here roses mean a lot of roses or more than one rose. So we use are. So we use are here. He dash living. He dash living. He is living. Fifth one, they dash going on a picnic. They dash going on a picnic. They are going on a picnic. They are going on a picnic. Okay, you got the idea. Okay, and the second one, complete this sentence with was or were. Okay, you do it as your homework. You can do it as your homework. From your home, you must read it very well. Okay. You must read your textbook with your home 5 times. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thank you.